Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope you're feeling happy. Distinguished guests, parents, and friends who, for the most part, are joining us virtually, and most importantly, members of the great class of 2024, I extend to you a heartfelt welcome to the University of Miami Leonard M. Miller School of Medicine and to our second annual John G. Clarkson White Coat and Pinning Ceremony. I'm Henry Ford, Dean and Chief Academic Officer of the Leonard M. Miller School of Medicine and UHealth. Please be seated. As a point of departure, let me express my profound regret that the global pandemic has forced us to limit in-person participation in this year's White Coat and Pinning Ceremony. Please note that we are adhering strictly to CDC protocol by wearing a face mask and maintaining appropriate physical distance to prevent the spread of COVID-19. I'm pleased to introduce the leaders of the University of Miami, the University of Miami Health System, and the Miller School of Medicine who have joined us today. Hillary Bass, Chair of the University of Miami Board of Trustees, who will introduce our keynote speaker shortly. Dr. Julio Frank, the esteemed President of the University of Miami and an internationally renowned expert in public health. We are incredibly fortunate to have him leading us through this pandemic. Dr. Jeffrey Dirk, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost of the University of Miami. Mr. Joe Echeverria, Interim Executive Vice President for Health Affairs and Interim CEO for UHealth. Dr. Dipen Parekh, Chief Operating Officer of UHealth and Chair of the Department of Urology. Dr. Latha Chandran, our newly appointed Executive Dean and founding Chair of the Department of Medical Education, who will be tonight's keynote speaker. Dr. Hilit Machaber, Associate Dean for Student Services and a proud member of the great class of 1995. Dr. Richard Weissman, Associate Dean for Admissions and Enrollment, who is responsible for selecting all the members of the great class of 2024. I would also like to welcome our medical education deans who have joined us today, and also the members of our incredible faculty, most of whom are joining us virtually. They are the outstanding teachers and role models who will guide our students to success over the next several years. And finally, I want to extend a warm welcome and express our deepest gratitude to the members of our Medical Alumni Association. For the past 21 years, our alumni have played an integral role in the pinning ceremony. And we are proud to welcome the alumni parents whose children are members of the great class of 2024. So welcome to all of you. Friends, we have gathered here today to witness and support what has become one of the most cherished traditions in medical education, the White Coat Ceremony. This is a momentous occasion for the members of the great class of 2024 because it symbolizes your formal entry into the medical profession as you officially transition from pre-medical to medical students. Although the format may be somewhat different compared to previous years, rest assured that the occasion is as significant and as magical as ever. As I told you earlier, you're embarking on what I believe is simultaneously the greatest journey and the most rewarding adventure of your lifetime. This is an unparalleled and exhilarating journey that will transform and equip you with the necessary tools to exert the greatest impact on the lives of other human beings. Whether it is by managing an adult with cancer or diabetes, or operating on a premature infant with a life-threatening illness. Few other professions, if any, can boast such an impact on the lives of others. So members of the class of 2024, understand that never before has a class of future physicians entered medical school at a time of such great need. The future of American medicine, the future of our noble profession, depends on your relentless pursuit of excellence, your commitment to lifelong learning and teamwork. All of this in order to serve your patients more effectively and to serve humanity. Your skills, dedication, commitment, and compassion are needed today more than ever, not only to face the challenges caused by this global pandemic, but also to effectively confront future emerging pathogens and other confounding illnesses. We are confident that your middle school education will prepare you for this great challenge. So as you don this white coat, symbolizing the beginning of the final journey that will grant you membership in our noble profession, let me extol some of the important virtues that this white coat represents. This white coat is a symbol of authority, a symbol of empowerment, but most importantly, it represents a beacon of hope for many suffering patients on the hospital wards. The empowerment that this white coat brings cannot be fully realized until you exhibit the following qualities: character, compassion, sensitivity, patience, honesty, and integrity. These qualities are the essential scaffold, the fundamental underpinnings of the successful physician. So let this white coat serve as your constant reminder to exhibit these attributes throughout the rest of your lives. Congratulations to you and to your parents. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the esteemed president of the University of Miami, Dr. Julio Frank.
Thank you, Dean Ford. Good afternoon to everyone. To those of you beginning your medical studies at the Miller School of Medicine, and to all of those who have supported you on the journey so far, congratulations. You are embarking on a rewarding career with the potential to impact many, many lives. As Dean Ford mentioned, never have your skills and dedication been needed more. You are entering the field of medicine at an unprecedented time in history, and soon it will be your responsibility to find treatments and cures, not just for COVID-19, but for future health crises. A powerful obligation, to be sure, but today you are being inducted into a profession of service. As a fourth-generation physician, throughout my career in global health, and now as president of a university that is home to South Florida's only academic health system, I have had the privilege of answering this call into service. You could say that what was a family tradition evolved into a professional calling. Today, we celebrate your calling with a relatively new tradition here at the U. Dean Ford started the white coat and pinning ceremony at the Miller School just last year, and it is already becoming a treasured annual event. One of my duties, and truly an honor as president, is to preside over and pass on traditions at the university. Each year, I get to welcome new students, bid farewell and Godspeed to new graduates, and formally establish new faculty chairs at the university. In an academic institution, these rites of passage have special meaning. Traditions help us preserve the symbols of enduring and universal human values. The white coat symbolizes adherence to a physician's fundamental ethic of service. It is more than a garment. It symbolizes the trust required to be effective in the medical profession. That trust is not easily earned. It is something you attain by the education you receive and by your actions. The Hippocratic Oath you will recite today expresses your commitment to act in your patient's best interest. 4 years from now, you will reaffirm that commitment when you are hooded as a medical doctor. I look forward to engaging in that tradition with you. Until then, I am excited to witness your transformation as you build your expertise and earn the trust the white coat symbolizes. As we open up the university for this historic fall semester, I noted the opportunity we have to advance human progress. Progress happens when tradition meets innovation. Yours is the first class at the Miller School of Medicine to benefit from the innovation of our next-gen MD curriculum. And it is fitting that our keynote speaker today, Executive Dean and Founding Chair of our Department of Medical Education, Dr. Latha Chandran, is leading our implementation of this cutting-edge curriculum. As the entire world adapts to new circumstances, the innovative energy here at the U will keep us at the forefront of excellence. Again, welcome to each of you and congratulations. And now, please help me welcome Hilary Bass, the Chair of the University of Miami Board of Trustees and a graduate of the UM School of Law. Thank you.
Thank you, President Frank, and hello, everyone. It is an honor to be here on behalf of the University of Miami Board of Trustees and to celebrate this wonderful day with you. And if I can just take a moment of personal privilege, let me thank Dean Ford, the faculty, and the staff. I participated in this ceremony last year, and I was so concerned that the pandemic might prevent it from going forward. Join me in thanking all of them for coming up with this creative solution in allowing you to participate in this exciting tradition despite the pandemic. Thank you. As you begin your journey here at the University of Miami, please know that we are thrilled that you are here because you are truly the best and the brightest students around. It is my pleasure tonight to introduce you to tonight's keynote speaker, Dr. Latha Chandran. As you heard, Dr. Chandran is the new Executive Dean and Founding Chair of the Miller School's Department of Medical Education. She is an extraordinary pediatrician. She is an educator, and she is an academic leader. Prior to joining us, Dr. Chandran was the Vice Dean for Academic and Faculty Affairs and the Donohoe Distinguished Teaching Professor at Stony Brook University. She received her medical degree at Kerala University in India and completed her residency at Stony Brook University. Her academic journey also includes a Master in Public Health from the Johns Hopkins School of Public Health. And under Dr. Chandran's direction, the Department of Medical Education launched the Next-Gen MD curriculum just last week, which is going to be transformative of our entire medical education program. We are so thrilled that she has agreed to join us and to lead this exciting time at the Miller School of Medicine. It is now my honor to welcome Dr. Chandran.
Distinguished guests, dear students, friends, and family members. My name is Latha Chandran. I am the Executive Dean for Education and the Founding Chair of the Department of Medical Education here at the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine. It's my distinct honor to welcome all of you to this ceremony today. First, let me start by offering my congratulations to each of you for being here. This is a moment that you will cherish for the rest of your life. You worked hard, kept your eye on the ball, and spent sleepless nights studying for all kinds of tests, did so many extracurricular activities so that you could be here today. Yes, you have begun that journey, truly a journey of 1,000 miles. This is a great moment in your lives, as well as in the lives of those who supported you, emotionally, physically, socially, and yes, financially, for you to get here. Take in this moment, absorb its special significance for yourself and your family. Feels great, doesn't it? Fill your minds with tremendous gratitude for the privilege to be here today. Gratitude to your loved ones, to your teachers, your peers, and to the Almighty. Nobody is truly self-made. A lot of people helped you along the way to make your dream come true. So fill your minds with gratitude and some pride. Congratulations, class of 2024. This is an occasion where we would normally celebrate with your loved ones and of course with food. But alas, these are unusual times. The deadly pandemic that has been ravaging the world for the past several months continues unabated. Hundreds of thousands of human lives have already been lost. We have to be vigilant to the potential of this coronavirus to wreak havoc. Yet, as medical educators, we have to figure out ways to induct you into this noble profession and teach you the core principles of medical practice. Believe me, many enthusiastic, thoughtful educators, some of whom are sitting here, are working tirelessly as we speak, trying to figure out how to best provide our students with an outstanding educational experience while keeping you all safe. Our entering class of students receive their white coats as a rite of passage from being a layperson to becoming a physician in training. Soon, these enthusiastic freshmen will blossom into our proud alumni, many of whom will have very distinguished careers. Perhaps among you is the one who discovers the exact antiviral that works against this virus. Perhaps one amongst you will lead the development of a bioengineered vaccine against this pandemic, or the next one. Medicine is a field that is intellectually challenging, emotionally satisfying, and yes, physically demanding. Providing care to the most vulnerable, the sickest, can give you a sense of purpose, of doing something truly worthwhile. Working in one of the many research labs here at the Miller School of Medicine, you will be challenged to think creatively to solve the many unknown areas in medical research. Our students and faculty take pride in our involvement in the community. But hold on. Yes, the field has such wonderful growth opportunities that are literally mind-boggling, but that's not what we are here to talk about today. We are here to participate in the white coat ceremony. Friends, when I went to medical school, I did have a white coat, but I did not have a ceremony like this. So what is the white coat ceremony? Why do we need one such ceremony? Some of you may have already Googled it, but let me elaborate a little bit. The Arnold Gold Foundation, that focuses on humanism and professionalism, established a ceremony in 1993 as a way to emphasize the role of humanism in our profession. It's a privilege to hear the innermost concerns of our patients, receive their absolute trust, and in good faith provide the best possible care for them. What does it mean to be a doctor? In my mind, it is to be that source of comfort, of truly caring for that person in front of you. One day, you will be receiving healthcare for some physician in the same exact way. Provide your best care for every one of them with a sense of gratitude for the opportunity to do so, for the opportunity to heal, to touch the life of another meaningfully. The famous quote from Dr. Francis Peabody states, "The secret of good patient care is caring for the patient." Simple, yet profoundly authentic. You all come to medical school with some ideals. Don't let the daily demands of studies or of clinical work ever allow you to forget those ideals. Hold them close to your heart and never, never let go. Your professional identity formation is starting today. Absorb all the principles of ethics you're taught. Observe how physicians deal with patients and one another. Watch what happens amongst team members in the lab or on the wards. Establish in your mind who you want to emulate. Consciously reject negative role models and emulate the positive examples you see around. Practice daily reflection on becoming a more caring, humanistic physician. Make that your core identity. If you do that, medicine will remain a most joyful profession for you. Ask yourself as you go through your training in both good and bad days, who am I becoming? Am I proud of who I am becoming? Is my change, you will change, consistent with the ideals of my chosen profession? There is some controversy surrounding the white coat ceremony. Some feel it may give a sense of privilege and pride and even a feeling of superiority. We believe that donning the white coat is a reminder of the tremendous responsibility you will now start to bear on your shoulders as physicians in training at our school. From now on, you represent the university, you represent the medical school, you represent the profession. Always act in a way that makes all of us proud of you. So here you are with the first step of your professional journey, a wonderfully satisfying and mesmerizing journey. As you take your millionth step, let us hope that you will have your core professional ideals crystallized internally in such a way that you are proud of who you are and the profession holds you as an exemplar of an ideal physician. Our president, Dr. Frank, is with us today. A scholar, a physician, and a public health practitioner, he discusses the formative and transformative roles of education. The formative aspect of education is what you become internally during the process of education. How your mind, your behaviors, your thoughts, and your personality evolve with learning. The transformative aspect of education is when your leadership activities and roles emerge from the crucible of your own internal passions, your years of learning, observing, reflecting, and the guidance you receive along the way. It's our sincere hope that many of you will emerge from our medical school transformed into early healthcare leaders, able, willing, and eager to take on the pressing and serious problems in healthcare today. We are ready to begin this journey of 1,000 miles with you. We wish you the very best in this journey. Thank you. Now, before I leave, I just also wanted to announce the Gold Humanism Honor Society selections in the MD and the MD MPH programs in our school. As I said, this is about recognition of humanism and ideal human values. So, from the MD program, Stephen Brodar, Jeanette Brown, Evan Bryant, Celeste Chitters, Madeline Cohen, Jungwang Allison Choi, Yanilis Fernandez, Joseph Geller, Jason Goldenberg, Elisa Karhu, Megan Lee, Nidhi Patel, Priyan Patel, Anna Shah, Christina Tamargo, Torin Tilem, Heido Zhu, Maria Yavo, Sally Zabalo, and Ryan Zuckerman. And from the MD MPH group, Jacqueline Bajkowicz, Gabrielle Benesh, Mackenzie Jones, Danik Joseph, Rebecca Lynch, Mary Martos, Abigail Ness, and Jacqueline Perot. They represent the best among us. Let's give them a big round of applause. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Elisa Lavin, fourth-year medical student. She's the leader of our academic societies, to give some remarks on the history of the John G. Clarkson painting ceremony.
Thank you, Dr. Jordan. Good afternoon, class of 2024. Friends, family, and guests. The pin you will be wearing proudly in your white coats is part of a long-standing tradition founded by 3 Miller School of Medicine alumni when they were students in the early 2000s. The alumni, Drs. Lakshmi Reddy and Christina Pravia, both from the class of 2000, wanted to find a way to welcome incoming students while also acknowledging the honor of becoming a physician. They decided upon a freshman pinning ceremony, and Dr. John Clarkson, the dean of the medical school at that time, and who this ceremony was later named for, gave his approval. To design the pin, they turned to a fellow student, Dr. A.C. Albert, from the class of 2001. The pin he designed symbolically depicts the aspects of the Miller School of Medicine's mission statement, which reads the following. The mission of the Leonard M. Miller School of Medicine and the University of Miami Health System is to be a state-of-the-art academic medical center. This will be accomplished by delivering high-quality, compassionate health care, leading life-changing discoveries, and transforming patient care through innovative research, educating the next generation of medical leaders, promoting the health and well-being of our community, nurturing diversity, equality, and inclusivity. This statement is depicted by the pin in the following 5 ways. 1. The staff of Asclepius is the traditional symbol of the medical profession. The burnt orange and Biscayne green U is the symbol of the University of Miami and its dedication to excellence in education. The DNA molecule is a symbol of past and ongoing scientific and clinical research. 4. The shape of the sun represents our unique South Florida community, where we learn to become physicians. And 5, the outstretched rays represent the healing hands we extend to those in need. Students, now that you know a little about the pin's history, I encourage you to wear yours proudly. I am confident that you will all make a lasting impression on this university and on the field of medicine. Welcome to the profession, and go Canes.
Thank you, Alicia. Let me remind all of our students and everyone in the audience that masks have to be properly worn at all times. So please make sure that your mask is properly fitted. And now for the moment you have been waiting for, class of 2024. I would like to invite President Frank and Dr. Chandran to join me for the presentation of the white coats. Students, as Dr. Weissman calls your name, please come across the stage with your white coat. Once you have your white coat on, please pose for a photo. And as earlier mentioned, the importance of our alumni in this ceremony is really of great significance. Traditionally, they would pin our students immediately after they get their white coats. But this year, due to the pandemic, we will not be able to do that. Instead, our alumni parents will come to the stage as we step back to present their family members with their white coats, as will our faculty members who have students in the class of 2024. So let us begin the ceremony.
Grant Akalanu, Gabriella Aklepi, Louis Andrade, Cody Andrioni, Sebastian Arango, Tanvi Bafna. Kelly Barefoot, Rebecca Barnett, Mary Jo Beckish. Gianna Bello, Kelly Bank, Raymond Bennett. Maria Bernal, Donovan Violos, Brittany Blake. Melissa Blake, Brianna Bogan, Avi Botwinick. Michaela Bowen, John Brown, Lauren Bystrom. Natasha Hammer, Osme Cardoso, Charles Cash. Julia Kavadi de Abreu, Akshara Sri Chala, Megana Chapalama Dogu. Kamisha Charles, Serafina Choi, Millie Choksi. Connor Christensen, Ali Citro, Jason Codrington. Brian Coleman, Alexandra Copa, Danny John. Zachary Romar, Victoria Dahl, Lauren De La Parte. Alyssa Cruz, Joseph Deshan, Juan Diaz Hernandez. Danny John, Christian Diaz, Pedro Diaz. Grace Dima, Christopher Dorizas, Sarah Dozel. Matthew Drews, Emily Egnar, Malika Elmengay. Shaheen Imami, Federico Earhart, Alexandra Feldman. Nettie Barraquetas, Arnaldo Franco Torres, Nidhi Gajakis. Angela Galucci, Dalton George, Miriam Gali. Alexander Gibstein, Nia Godboli, Luis Gonzalez Anguilla. Jessica Griff, Sarah Griffith, Claire Brascovi. Akshata Gunda, Gaurav Gupta, Matilda Keynote. Sophie Harris, Melissa Hernandez, Julia Hauschman. Lauren Pucko, Pia Iribaran, Sarah Jacobs. Purva Jain, Alexis Jones, Priyashma Joshi. Ryan Jung, Darren Kanumuru, Sapna Kedia. Gray Kelsey, Abdul Khan, Leo Clayman. Margaret Koster, Yana Krapatova, Roshni Lawani. Jake Langley, Yak An Lee, Adam Levy. Alyssa Levy, Morgan Levy, Rachel Lynn. Juan Lizardi, Christina Yarnes, Nina Simone Loban. Lourdes Lopez, Neva Lundy, Sherry Liu. Gordon Macy, Krishna Maddy, Rami Mahmood. Carolina Millar, Moses Markowitz, Hannah Marweed. Kristen Mascarenas, Victoria McKee, Megan McLaughlin. Shafali Mera, Minor Mendez Valdez, Jingjing Meng. Warika Mester, Hannah Metheny, Nicholas Mursky. Leanne Morcott, Orly Morgan, Kavan Malloy. Rosanna Murray, Devi Nalakumar, Manish Narasimhan. Carolyn Necrota, Amanda Dwapara, Funmaleo Obanfunami. Ann Oler, Kevin Orton, Julia Osi. Gretel Paez, Diane Pagan, Shivanji Parmer. Pooja Patel, Anmol Patel, Andre Perez. Natalie Perez, Mikhail Perla, Pauline Portes. Christian Powers, Ignacio Quintana, Sajidor Rahman Kader. Jose Ramirez Rossi, Ian Ramsey, Shyamal Rayalji. Adhyata Ravapati, Javanka Ravix, Andrew Rennick. Donnell Richard, Lindsay Richards, Kenneth Richardson. Chelsea Riley Prescott, Gabriela Rodriguez, Maria Rodriguez. Miguel Rojas, Christina Roldan, Jackson Rossborough. Pamela Saavedra Rivera, Noah Sanders, Annie Santana Beard. Sanjana Satish, Emma Schindler, Esmeralda Segura. Grace Sue, Serena Shaw, Hannah Ship. Roshni Singh, Blair Slavin, Charlotte Smith. Gemma St. Louis, Valerie Stark, Kurt Statz Geary. Sarah Stewart, Ronald Swanger, Alina Seaross. Labu Hamraker, Ruby Taylor, Nikias Tegan. Julian Tremblay, Lismelia Vargas, Christopher Vasquez. Valerie Villarino, Joshua Warner, Nathan Wasserman. Jonathan Weinerman, Maximilian Wengen, Roan Wheeler. Matthew Weefels, Kiana Winslow, Abigail Waltering. Joseph Yunga Tigra, Isabel Zhang, John Zizo. Jason Adam Greenfield. Serene Shahada. Marina Tabara. Julia Kalishi. Leon Wan. Matthew Alonso. Nicholas Ballardi. Zachary Donato. Melissa Huberman. Philippe Jean-Pierre. Jessica Kuhn. Dylan Luxembourg. Christopher Norberg. Connor Schatz. ladies and gentlemen. How about a nice round of applause for all of our Penn inductees?
Once again, congratulations, students. I'm sure let's try this. I'm sure you'll wear these coats and pins proudly and with distinction. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Hilit Machaber from the class of 1995 to come to the podium to speak on behalf of the Medical Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dean Ford. And congratulations to all our students. This is a rite of passage that you will long treasure. I'm honored to be here today, not only as your Dean for Student Services, but on behalf of the Medical Alumni Association. I'm a proud member of the class of 1995, and we are all thrilled to have you joining us at the Miller School of Medicine. You are continued evidence that the University of Miami has one of the finest medical programs in the country. Since 1956, the Medical Alumni Association has been committed to enhancing mutually beneficial and lasting relationships between alumni, the school, students, and faculty. You are now part of this relationship. I am proud to tell you that it is donations from our alumni, faculty, and friends of the Miller School that provided the white coats you are all wearing. The alumni have also written words of encouragement for you, as we were all once in your position. It is our way of welcoming you and encouraging you to be the finest physicians you can be. And we have one more surprise for you. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to reach under your seats. You will find a bag containing a brand new stethoscope. These stethoscopes were also provided through the generosity of our alumni, faculty, and our friends, and you will find their words of encouragement inside the bag. They are branded with the Miller School name, so it will always be a reminder that our great Miller School family will always be here for you. Now, please reach under your seat and open your bag. Enjoy your stethoscopes.
Surprise. Thanks again to the Medical Alumni Association. And thank you, Dr. Machaber. So, members of the great class of 2024, and now that you've finished playing with your stethoscope, please stand for the recitation of the Hippocratic Oath, adopted for the Declaration of Geneva. The words will be on the screen, and I'd like to invite Dr. Chandran back to the podium to lead you in the recitation of the oath.
All physicians as well, feel free to stand up and repeat after me. As a member of the medical profession, please repeat after me. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of health care. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you all. Please be seated.
Now that you have regained your seat, please stand one more time. Remain standing. I invite the entire audience to remain standing for the singing of our alma mater, performed by Doctor's Note. The words will appear on the screen if you want to join it.
Seven suns and sky blue water smile upon you, alma mater, mistress of this fruitful land, with all knowledge at your hand, always just to honor true. Stand forever on Biscayne's wonder shore.
Now please be seated. Members of the great class of 2024, on behalf of the faculty of the Miller School of Medicine and the entire University of Miami family, we congratulate you and welcome you to the Miller School of Medicine. You are now on your way to taking your rightful place in one of society's most noble professions. I want to thank everyone who has joined us, whether in person or virtually, for this memorable evening. Please have a wonderful evening and drive carefully.